So you have some knee pain and you need some quick stretches because you just feel like your knee is tight and the surrounding muscles are tight, but you don't exactly know what to do. In this video, we're going to go over some quick things that you can do even on the trail that will help you to relieve some of your knee pain as you're riding, and also even if you're not a mountain biker, if you want to improve how your knee is functioning and how your knee feels. One of the things that gets missed a lot though in this quad stretch is the activation of your core. As we think about your quad, it has 4 different muscles, 4 different attachment points. And one of those is called your rectus femoris. This one I find is super tight and also a potential cause of pain for a lot of mountain bikers and cyclists because it also crosses over the hip. The other 3 quad muscles attach to the femur and just work on straightening your knee, straightening your leg. But this one matters whether or not your core is on and the position of your actual hip. And so if you can stand and just bend your knee and bring your foot all the way up, and then whenever you bring your knee back in relevance to your body, that's whenever it gets tight, then that's your clear sign that your rectus femoris muscle, part of the quad muscle, is tight and needs to be a primary focus as you're stretching your quad. So how you do this is obviously you can stand or you can lay on your side. I prefer to stand with mine sometimes unless I'm tired. I'll lay on my side. And then you'll grab something to hold on to, bring that foot back to towards your butt, and then bring your knee back in relevance to your body. As you're moving that knee back, you're going to think about tucking your tail or activating your core to keep your pelvis still. As it attaches to your pelvis, the position and movement of your pelvis and whether it is stable and still will matter on how much you'll actually get that rectus femoris to stretch. This is why doing it sometimes on your side, because you can bring one knee up towards your chest. That will keep your pelvis still. That will help you do this quad stretch and get that rectus femoris as part of that muscle that you need to stretch, actually stretched. Hold it for 15 seconds, take a break, do it at least 4 times if you're doing it for 15 seconds, 3 times if you hold it for 20 seconds. A minute total is what you want. Next is our calf muscle. Did you know that your calf muscle actually crosses the backside of your knee joint and actually helps with knee flexion or knee bending? Most people don't. It's your gastroc that actually attaches back there. It makes sense because you're like, oh, it's kind of in that area. Well, it crosses over it, and so we need to stretch that. A lot of times we feel like our knee isn't functioning in the right way. One of the best ways that I like to is just going onto my hands and knees, stretching one foot out, and then bringing that foot and heel back as I take pressure off that. I usually loop my other foot around that ankle so it gives myself a little bit more support, and I press that heel down away from my body and I press with my hands as well. Another one that you can do is where you are against the wall, and so your hands will be against the wall and your feet will be down on the ground. You'll have one foot forward, knee bend, that's where you'll keep some of your weight, and your back foot is going to be your main foot that you're stretching your calf. Key parts within this is that you can actually give yourself an arch support, and so you actually stretch more of your calf instead of your foot. This works great, especially if you have a more hypermobile or a more stretchy foot that you lose your arch with. And so pop on some shoes or put a towel on the ground, pillowcase on the ground to support your arch. If you're thinking about your foot, so this is your big toe, support it underneath your arch, not over the entire foot. And this gives that arch support. And so as you stretch forward and smash that foot into the ground, then you'll get a little bit more support for that midfoot and you'll get more calf stretch. Your knee is going to be kept straight in this because we're really focused on your gastroc and not your soleus part of your calf. The soleus part is attached just to your leg, and so it doesn't actually cross over the knee. That's why whenever your knee is bent, that's why you get more soleus stretch, and when your knee is straight, you get more gastroc stretch or upper calf stretch. We want to keep your legs straight in this. Again, hold it 15, 20 seconds, minute total time in this. As you shift forward into the actual wall, allow your arms to have a lot of the weight and keep that heel down. If you're interested in some other exercises of how to strengthen your knees, check out this video here. And I hope this was super informative to give yourself some more flexibility in your legs.